So I started by modeling a very, very basic human-like shape. Then I slapped extremely ugly textures onto it, just images of industrial stuff slapped onto this shape, but it's fine, nobody's gonna see it. Then to turn this mess into a robot, it's pretty simple. You use the most powerful thing in 3D design, greebles. Greebles are commonly used in sci-fi and steampunk design where you're trying to make things that look high-tech, but the technology doesn't exist, so there's not a real thing that you can model. A classic example is Star Wars. All the ships have little bumps and grooves that don't mean anything, but they look really cool. Most of the greebles I used were from Ian Hubert's Patreon, where he has plenty of great packs, and I just started putting them on my model where I thought they looked good. Kind of just fleshing out a robot-like shape. Most of these greebles were already textured, but a few I made myself, and so I textured them. More just pipes and such being put onto the models and wrapped around them. For the head, I took it off of a steampunk robot I found and retextured it for what I needed. Before we can rig it, we have to connect all the parts to the limbs that we made, so we simply join them and turn them into one object. Now, rigging robots is extremely easy because with a human, when their arm would bend, their skin stretches, but a robot, you move it and it just moves, so it's extremely simple to just connect everything with bones. For the scene, I just made a simple sidewalk, a road, put a fence in there, a tree behind it, add an HDRI so we could get nice realistic lighting. For the texturing on the road and sidewalk, I add little puddles of wetness because it's a rainy day. I put in the robot and posed him, gave him a nice umbrella, and doesn't he look pretty? For the rain, I used a plane with a particle system that made these little blobs fall, and with motion blur, it looks just like rain. To make the rain bounce off the umbrella, I just made the umbrella a collision object. I also made it so the sidewalk would destroy the particles as they hit them so they don't pile up down there. For lighting, I just added a spotlight coming down like the street lamp would. For compositing, I just removed the noise, added the noise back, gave it some lens distortion because I always do, it looks cool. And then some basic curves and color correction. Now it turns into an animation. I add a little bit of flicker to the street lamp as well as the core on the robot. To make the rain into a looping animation, all I had to do was create a duplicate of the particle system and then set it to end on the frame where the other starts so they overlap. Then I just added some rain sounds and had a finished animation.